The moment happened inside a hospital corridor.
A woman arrived crying.
She said she was Samuel's wife. The nurses nodded.
Then another woman arrived, also crying.
Also claiming to be Samuel's wife. At first, everyone assumed it was a misunderstanding, a mistake, a coincidence. But within minutes,
Something became painfully clear.
neither woman was lying, and neither woman knew the other existed,
What happened next destroyed two families.
and exposed a secret that had been hidden for nearly 15 years.
To everyone who knew Samuel, he seemed ordinary,
Responsible, reliable.
the kind of man people trusted without hesitation.
He never missed birthdays. He paid school fees.
He attended family gatherings. He called regularly,
He appeared exactly like the husband and father every family hopes for.
which is why nobody ever suspected he was living two completely different lives.
In one city lived Grace. She had been married to Samuel for years,
Together, they raised children, built a home, faced financial struggles.
shared dreams.
Like many couples, life wasn't perfect, but she believed one thing completely.
Samuel was loyal. She never imagined she was sharing him with another family. Several hours away lived Esther. She believed she knew Samuel just as well. He was her husband,
The father of her children.
the man who promised to build a future with her.
She knew his habits, his favorite foods, his fears, or at least she thought she did, because she also had no idea another family existed. Years earlier, Samuel's work required frequent travel. At first, distance created loneliness,
Then loneliness created opportunities.
and eventually opportunities became secrets,
What began as a relationship he intended to end,
became a second life,
then a second family.
then a second version of himself.
The frightening part,
He became good at it, very good.
for years, Samuel managed 2 calendars,
2 anniversaries,
2 sets of school events, 2 birthdays,
2 households,
2 stories.
2 identities.
Every lie required another lie to support it.
Every excuse required another excuse. And somehow,
Nobody noticed. Friends admired him. Neighbors respected him. Both families trusted him completely.
the mystery isn't how he lied.
The mystery is how he carried the weight of those lies every day.
But secrets have a weakness.
The longer they survive,
The more fragile they become. Small mistakes started appearing.
missed calls,
Confusing explanations.
unexpected absences, questions became harder to answer. Pressure became harder to manage.
Yet Samuel continued.
Not because the situation was easy, but because he no longer knew how to stop.
Then everything changed. A medical emergency brought Samuel to a hospital. Family members were contacted.
Phone calls were made,
Relatives arrived.
and within hours, reality collided with 15 years of deception. Grace arrived. Esther arrived.
Children from both families arrived. People stared at each other in confusion.
Nobody understood what was happening.
Until they did. Imagine discovering that the person you trusted most had been living another life.
Imagine realizing that while you were building memories together, he was building different memories somewhere else. Every photograph suddenly feels different. Every anniversary feels different. Every promise feels different. Not because the moments were fake, but because they were incomplete. The children struggled most.
Because children see parents differently.
To them, fathers are supposed to be steady, certain, safe. One daughter later asked a question nobody could answer.
If he loved us, why did he lie?
The room feels silent.
Because everyone was asking the same thing.
Years later, people still discuss how Samuel maintained 2 families.
But perhaps that is the wrong question. The real mystery is psychological.
Why do people continue lies that are destroying them?
Why do they choose another secret instead of one painful truth?
Why do they keep going when escape is still possible? Sometimes people become prisoners of their own decisions, and the longer they wait, the smaller the exit becomes. In the end, Samuel's story wasn't about 2 wives.
Or to homes, or even to families.
It was about fear,
Fear of consequences.
fear of loss.
Fear of telling the truth.
And that fear slowly grew into something large enough to destroy everything around him.
Because sometimes the most devastating mysteries are not hidden in dark forests.
Or abandoned buildings. Sometimes they sit quietly at the dinner table.
Smile for family photographs. And live beside the people they love.
Until one day,
The truth finally arrives. And everyone realizes they never really knew the person standing in front of them. History is not old. History is living inside us. One day, one event, one lesson.
Mr. Feedy